I know why this is being asked. I don't know if you saw, but Peter King said that Keenan Allen has a Hall of Fame career. And the funny part is, a couple of years ago, I asked Peter King on Twitter. He didn't know me or anything, but I asked him because he's like, oh, I'm at, those people. I can't do that stuff. He was like, oh, I'm at an airport. Ask me questions. And I was like, this was like back in like 16 or 15. I asked him, I'm like, why is Air Coryell not in the Hall of Fame? And he's like, oh, because of his coaching record. I'm like, that is just the dumbest. And I'm not talking about Peter King. I'm just saying in general, that is the dumbest excuse ever. This dude revolutionized the NFL.
Yeah.
But Keenan Allen, let's see. Well, Gilbert, what do you? I mean,
It's tough, man, because there's a lot of good wide receivers out there, and he's been very consistent, very productive, and I just love his versatility. Could play inside, outside. He's not just a slant guy; he could beat you on the outside as well. And that again, it reminds me of Amon-Ra St. Brown. When you need a third down conversion, you go to those two guys. So, catches, yards, and then making what 4 or 5 consecutive Pro Bowls too was a nice little stretch for him. So you don't think of Keenan Allen as like a legit top 5 wide receiver, so that might hurt his Hall of Fame, campaign early on. But I wouldn't, knock it if he makes it like on the 4th, 5th try, and it's one of those weak years. Like, yeah, of course, get him in there. Like, if guys like Torrey Holt find a way in, there's like it's kind of like that borderline where like it's gonna be tough for you. You're productive, but you're not remembered as like a top 5 guy in your position every single year.
5 1,000-yard seasons. He's 105 away from it being 6 years. He had in 2020. Remember this, Gilbert? He had 992. He had
Oh
like
yeah.
a bogus play where he was almost at 1,000, and he got negative yardage on like a screen or something, and it moved him back to 992. But I mean that's pretty good.
It's kind of like Mike Evans, right? I think Mike Evans, because he's had like
Yeah,
9 years in a row of this, might get
yeah.
in, and he won a Super Bowl. So that's kind of that's the thing too. Like you also got to have those accolades of winning, and he hasn't really done that with the Chargers, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what, Gilbert? I think at one point, like this generation of stat boys are gonna be the Hall of Fame choosers, and I feel like they're gonna look at Keenan stats and be like, dude, this guy. And then especially coming back from a late lacerated kidney, a torn ACL. Like I feel like, and then all you have to do is just show him the picture with his like the thing bulging, and
Yeah.
you'll be like, yeah, this dude's a warrior. So you know what? I'll say yes. I think, well, yeah, obviously he still needs to add more, but this is the thing about Keenan Allen. I think the way Keenan Allen plays, his style of play, I think helps him with longevity. Like Keenan Allen, in my opinion, could play till he's about 36, 37 years old. I feel like he could still contribute because of the way and the style of which he plays with. Like he's not a guy that depends on his speed. He's a guy that depends on his body and his intelligence. And he said it a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to go until the wheels fall off. I don't think those wheels are falling off. I mean, in football years, he has those 2 years where he had injuries added onto him. So he's only 29 in football years, but I'm just doing weirdo math. But I definitely think that Keenan Allen, when it's all said and done, will definitely have a fight on his hands, because I think he definitely should be considered a Hall of Famer if he gets another 2 or 3.
Why do I feel like if he leaves the Chargers, he's gonna go on and be like the third wideout on a Super Bowl contending team and make big plays in the playoffs and kind of end his career that way? It's gonna be terrible for Chargers fan, but I don't know why I feel like we're heading that way.
It kind of seems like it, and I think it'd be. I mean, it would suck like to see him in another jersey, just because like you've seen him. Like Keenan and I came in together. I mean, like I started doing this when Keenan came in. That's why we have such a good relationship and everything. And yeah, it'd feel weird to see him in another jersey. And I mean, Keenan's that energy guy. Keenan is a dog. That 100%. I mean, the dude literally is like he kind of is quietly the heart and soul of this Chargers team. Like the dude, he said it. He's like, I'm a talker. Like I'll talk, and you do see him. Like he'll make a catch and he'll start jawing at the corner or something. I feel like he really does hype guys up. Like he's kind of like the Derwin James of the defense. Like Derwin's kind of the engine that makes that defense move. I kind of think it's Keenan on the offense, just because of his longevity, how long he's been here.